Top 5 Best Metal Detector for Kids. Number 5. Technetics Digitech Youth Detector for Teens and Tweens. While the other models in this section are entry-level detectors for all ages, the Technetics Digitech is specifically aimed at teenagers and tweens. It still has many of the features you would expect from more expensive models, yet is available for an affordable price and has a lightweight design. Like all the models on this list, the Digitech is a VLF detector. It has a 7.69 kHz operating frequency, which makes it great for coins and relics, but less suitable for gold. There are also a range of features, including adjustable sensitivity, notch, and adjustable discrimination settings. These features, combined with the 9 target ID categories, 0 to 99 target ID numbers, depth indicator, and 7 inches concentric coil, mean your child won't outgrow the Digitech for a long time. The model also has an easily adjustable shaft, which is important as your child gets taller. As you would expect from a detector in this price range, the Digitech doesn't have a manual ground balance setting. This makes it unsuitable for detecting on wet saltwater sand, but for most environments it does a good job. It's also capable of detecting a coin down to an impressive 8 inches in the right conditions. Overall, the Digitech is a great choice for teenagers. While the Fischer F22 is the superior detector, if you're on a tight budget, the Digitech has many of the same features, along with a stylish control panel. Coming in number 4. Garrett ACE 200. Another excellent metal detector for kids is the Garrett ACE 200. While it's a straightforward model that's easy to use, it has all the features your child needs to start hunting for hidden treasure. With an operating frequency of 6.5 kHz and a 6.5 by 9 inches concentric search coil, the ACE 200 is great for hunting coins and does a decent job at finding relics. The coil is fully waterproof, so you can use it in shallow water, although the control box can't get wet, and it's lightweight at just 2.75 pounds. While the ACE 200 isn't as feature-packed as the F22, it's a cheaper detector and still has 3 search modes, 4 sensitivity options, pulse width modulation, and a depth indicator. There's also a digital target ID, 0 to 99, via the display and a handy low battery indicator. In other words, it provides an excellent introduction to the main features of a metal detector, without being confusing. In fact, one of the best things about the ACE 200 is how easy it is to use. There's a short learning curve, as most of the settings are limited to a few choices, and the target ID is great for learning how the detector responds to different types of metal. Something to note is that the 200 doesn't come with a pinpointer function. For this feature, you'll need to pay extra to get one of the more expensive ACE models. Even so, the Garrett ACE 200 is one of the best child's metal detectors from a top US brand. It's also cheaper than the F22, although it doesn't provide the same amount of control over sensitivity and discrimination. Coming in number 3. Fischer F22. The Fischer F22 is my number 3 pick for an entry-level metal detector, see here for the full list. It's lightweight, easy to use and provides a variety of settings you would expect from a more expensive model. These features also make it an excellent choice for an older child's first detector. At its core, the Fischer F22 is a VLF detector with 10 sensitivity levels and several preset hunting modes. These include coin, artifact, and jewelry modes, which are great for children who want to get started quickly. There's also a custom mode as your child gains more experience and knowledge. One of the best features of the F22 is its lightweight design. Weighing just 2.3 pounds, it's considerably lighter than the Tracker 4, yet has a larger 9-inch search coil to provide greater depth. Unlike the Tracker 4, the Fischer F22 has a proper digital screen. This displays details such as a 2-digit target ID, showing what type of metal has been found, iron identifier icon, and a depth indicator, along with the detector's current settings. While a digital screen isn't essential for detecting, I think it's more enjoyable for children to get visual information when hunting. There's also 4-tone audio target ID, which is great for learning how to identify based on audio signals. The F22 is more expensive than the Tracker 4, but it's a higher quality model that your child won't outgrow in a hurry. With fast reactivity, sensitivity adjustment, a notch discrimination system, and a pinpointing mode, it provides plenty of control, yet a beginner can opt for the preset modes if they feel overwhelmed. The downside of the more extensive control panel is that it's not as simple to use as the Tracker 4. It's still easy to learn, although for younger children a simpler model might be a better choice. Additionally, while the lack of manual ground balance is a downside for more experienced detectorists, it's one less setting for a beginner to worry about. In summary, the F22 is a brilliant metal detector for both children and adults alike. It's also reasonably cheap considering the range of features and excellent performance. If you want a professional standard model that provides plenty of scope for growth, the F22 is my top pick for the best children's metal detector. Coming in number 2. RicoMax GC1037. If you're buying from RicoMax, you may as well go with one of their better models over the Junior Kids one. It has better quality and performance that even kids can take advantage of. The RicoMax detector has no obvious ground balance, so it's likely been preset at the factory. The bad news: you can't adjust for mineralized ground conditions, but the good news is it'll work just fine for average ground for the average kid. Unlike toy models, the GC1037 has a large LCD screen with target ID and a range from 0 to 99, allowing for a conductivity value to be displayed on the screen. This will help young learners to associate metals with these numbers to decide whether it's worth digging up. The target categories are organized for a coin shooter, so they are displayed as iron, 5C, PTAB, 1C, 10C, and 25C. You can discriminate by setting a value threshold where the detector will not relay a signal response from a target beneath the discrimination value. Disc mode is one of 3 modes, and the remaining 2 are all metal and pinpoint. While adjustable user settings are limited, you can adjust for sensitivity to detect coins up to 8.7 inches deep. The RicoMax is lightweight, requires 2 x 9 volts batteries, and it has adjustable volume. Since this isn't a kid's toy, it does have a headphone jack, so you can save battery life and hear audio signals more efficiently. Suited for both adults and older children, the RicoMax is a beginner's detector with the fixings you need to detect confidently. Pros: target ID, target categories, 3 search modes, adjustable sensitivity, lightweight. Cons: no GB. Coming in number 1. National Geographic Pro Series. If you're unsure about the Nat Geo metal detector, it may prove helpful to know that Minelab made the Pro Series model. It's probably the best metal detector for kids in the market, and with a price tag this low from the revered brand, it should be a done deal. The Nat Geo Pro metal detector is as easy as it gets with real features for the older child. It's a turn-on-and-go type of detector that requires very little user data. It doesn't have a numeric target ID, but it does have 4 target category icons. The iron icon covers the target ID range for iron objects, horseshoes, nails, etc. The aluminum icon covers tinfoil and low-conductivity coins like nickels. The ring icon covers jewelry, pull tabs, and low-value coins, and the coin icon covers both gold and silver coins and screw caps. There are 3 preset modes that have fixed notching patterns. The first is essentially an all-metal mode with no discrimination. The second mode notches out the iron icon, and the third mode notches out the iron and aluminum icons from detection. Each icon is also associated with an audio tone. Iron has a low tone, aluminum has a medium tone, and the ring and coin icons have a high tone. The extra features on this model that sets it apart from other kids' detectors are the pinpoint function and volume adjustment. You can use headphones with the 1/8 inch jack or use the speaker on the rear of the control box and adjust the volume. The entire detector retracts and folds down to a compact 22 inches. All you have to do is fold out the search coil and extend the lower shaft for the correct length. No assembly required, it's ready to go out of the box. Pros: no assembly required. Volume adjustment. Adjustable sensitivity. Preset modes. Pinpoint. Cons: fixed notching.